Yo, it's your boy 8 Boxing. What a day, what a day. As you can see, I was just watching some highlight videos of Shawn Porter, Errol Spence, and I gotta say, it's getting more entertaining as the day goes. It's crazy, you know. I really didn't expect this fight to be as good as in terms of the build up. I'm still a little bit concerned about the pay-per-view buys. Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia did some good numbers. I think they did between 350 to 400K pay-per-view buys, and credit to both fighters because Errol Spence got a big fan base. Mikey Garcia got a big fan base as well, and all I could say is it's gonna be a great fight. I could tell that Shawn Porter did take seriously the comments that Errol Spence said about him can't even sell out a family dinner and whatnot. So I feel like Shawn Porter's there to prove a point. He's actually making great quotes, great lines, and whatnot. His father's like saying outrageous things, Kenny Porter, and there's nothing wrong with that. I believe when a father and son, especially in a sport where your father's the coach, he's supposed to be saying outrageous things or things to build up the fighter's confidence, which is his son. He's a WBC champion for a reason. It's a lot of back and forth. I mean, I feel like it's Errol Spence versus Kenny Porter, the verbal fight, the verbal fight. You know what I mean? Shawn is also doing his thing, but at the end of the day, Kenny needs to understand that Shawn Porter is the one getting in the ring. And I actually just watched an interview today, right now, a couple minutes ago. I was actually trying to reach out to Farmer about the whole tank situation, but we'll leave it for another video. But so I watched the Shawn Porter interview. I believe was with Fight Hub. Fight Hub. That's the source, and he said that preparing for this fight, knowing that Errol Spence is a southpaw, a big southpaw, especially for the 147. He mentioned about Demetrius Andrade, that Demetrius Andrade is going to be sparring him. He's going to be one of his main sparring partners leading up to this fight. And I got to say, what a brilliant move. Brilliant move. Because, as you know, Demetrius Andrade is two-division world champion. He's a big guy for his weight class, southpaw. And, there is a lot of similarities between Errol Spence and Demetrius Andrade in terms of, they're both former Olympians. They both, I feel like both of them have shared similar paths in terms of being like this boogeyman status of their respective divisions. When they were moving up the rankings, it was just Errol Spence fortunate where Errol Spence eclipsed his stardom much faster, and it was what's the word? He built steam and momentum was on his side. Where Boo Boo, he's still facing, he's still missing that one big momentum to eclipse him to the next level, and Errol Spence is taking advantage. I take none away from Errol Spence, you know what I mean? Boo Boo's been in the game for a little bit more longer, to the fact that Errol Spence has the what's the word? For him to have that status, it has surpassed Demetrius Andrade. I hate to say it, is Errol Spence pay-per-view worthy? Could be. These numbers are really gonna prove what he's really about without Mikey Garcia. But then again, it takes two to tangle. Also Shawn Porter should do his part and whatnot, which I think he's doing a great job promoting the fight. But it's really interesting. Just like I told about the similarities, they also have crossed. I don't want to say cross paths, but there's conflict between Demetrius Andrade and Errol Spence. What I could tell you is when I did the interview with Demetrius Andrade after he won his WBO middleweight champion, I asked him about who he would take in terms of if he was to start his own promotions, like for example the A team, and he had to choose between Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford. At the time, he told me, he would pick Terrence Crawford, but he didn't have no problem if anybody would pick between Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford because they're both great fighters, right? And then that route came like whoop, and he said that why is Errol Spence fighting Mikey Garcia, and that if that's the case, then he should fight him at 160. But little did I know, I'll take blame for this because I should have told Demetrius Andrade that it was Mikey Garcia that called out Errol Spence. I should, I was wrong for that, and it's still in my head to this day, in terms of being wrong about it. But it is what it is. I learned from it, and when I asked Errol Spence about it, he just mentioned, why is he calling me out when he ducked the Charlos, or whatever. Like I wasn't I wasn't in the game yet about the Boo Boo and the Charlo Bros situation. I know that was more relevant 2013 to like 16, 17. I entered the game late 2017, so I don't really know much insight from the Charlos, but I could tell you from Demetrius Andre's side, like I know he's told me, like personally, the his side of the story, but I ain't gonna leak that out because that's confidential between me and him. Um, so it's a really interesting move by, like I said, brilliant move from Shawn Porter. Demetrius Andre is like one of the baddest southpaw in the game. It's really hard to beat somebody so crafty, so slick like Demetrius Andre. Yeah, there's been what, one or two fights where, okay, yeah, he got caught with a shot that he shouldn't have and whatnot. But it's a fight. It's a fight. Anything can happen in a fight. You feel me? But this is a great asset for Shawn Porter. I think Shawn Porter's building up momentum. I'm not really sure who's gonna be part of Team Spence's sparring partners for this fight with a size like Shawn Porter, but Shawn Porter, don't just from experience. I've watched videos of Demetrius Andre sparring as the likes of Danny Jacobs and whatnot, and of course, like I said, sparring is sparring. You can't determine that leading up to a fight, right? But I could tell you this: don't get discouraged. Demetrius Andre is a beast. I actually seen some footage of him fighting Jacobs in the snack gym. I'm not gonna leak that out either. All I can say is Andre puts work, and having Andre on your side, it's beneficial. It could be I don't want to say life changing, but it could be the deciding factor. Come September 28th, Sean, like I said, don't get discouraged. Learn from somebody like Boo Boo, very slick, whatnot. What I mean, like in terms of boxing, I think both Spence and Demetrius Andre are great boxers. What I mean, but they differ in many ways. Like Errol's more like he'll he'll he's not more, how can I say it? He's not evasive as Demetrius Andre, but um Errol Spence will take more risk in throwing and getting hit back, where Andre will just throw, get out. You know what I mean? Like hit and get and not get hit. Where Errol Spence will wants to engage with you and get hit, and it's been proven that Errol Spence has been he takes hits. You know what I mean? And Andre, on the other hands, it's been so easy with him just at the moment with the quality of fighters. It's been so easy for him, and I can't knock Andre because none of the best fighters want to fight him, and it's hard for me to really say, well, a lot of people say, well, Andre ain't have done nothing yet, he's this and that, but a lot of people been ducking him. Let's be real, everybody's been ducking Andre, so I feel like we haven't even seen the best of Andre. Have we seen the best of Errol Spence? No, but we've seen new things about Errol Spence, and I like I said, like Spence and Andre are very different, like drastically, very from a lot of perspectives. Like I said, if Sean could do well when it comes to preparation sparring with Andre, I think that would be a great asset to him, and he needs to take advantage of this. Learn from Andre, get the insights on how to work with a southpaw. I'm not sure if I'm trying to remember that Ugas fight. I don't know if he's southpaw. Was he southpaw? I'm trying to remember. But I don't want to talk before I'm wrong. But Sean needs to mix it up. He needs to be the Shawn Porter that he is, bro, but also box and mix it up with Errol Spence, because Errol Spence already said he's expecting Shawn Porter to come at him, headbutt him, come inside, and when a fighter like that knows what you're gonna do, Errol Spence is gonna come prepared. You know what I mean? So Sean, you need to step up the game, mix it up, and catch Errol unexpectedly. And like I said, great job having Demetrius Andre on your side. I would love that would be dope if Andre could throw another verbal jab at Errol Spence just to build more momentum, more promo to this fight, this great fight, September 28th. What I expect from this fight is it's gonna be a sellout. They have a lot of Latin America, like Latin fighters. Majority Mexicans. You have Robert Guerrero. You have my boy Joey Spencer in the card. You got who else? Who else? Who was in that card? You have David Benavidez, my brother David Benavidez, my brother Darrell. It's gonna be a great card. It's gonna sell out, but this pay per view buy it's really interesting. I want to see how much it does. Honestly, if this pay per view buy can do 200 to 250, I think that would exceed my expectation. If you could exceed more than 250 this pay per view buy, I will be really impressed. I really hope it does do more than Spence Garcia, but I really don't see it. But if it does, it just proves to you the level the level that Errol Spence is elevating to, you know. But other than that, man, what do you guys think? Who you guys got winning this fight? Do you guys think that's a great move, Demetrius Andre, helping out Shawn Porter in preparation of Errol Spence September 28th? Let's get it. I'm actually going to talk to Demetrius Andre right now about this. So, if I could get an interview with him possibly tomorrow, Tuesday night, not Tuesday night, was it Friday night? I'm going to see what I can do. I'm going to go reach out to Tevin about that tank. And take care, guys. God bless you. Thank you guys for supporting us. And like I said, follow me on the IG, AB Boxing _GN. Let's get it. Let's get it.